24-yard line.
There we go. 54, 55. Hey, Ricky.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Check. We're going to 54. Why ain't? They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. We're going to 53. Y'all playing the wrong football. Kill. We're going to 54. Going to 54.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check 9.
Throwing, Prescott, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Prescott now. Got his man there complete to Gallup. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, world! 54. Hey, Delta. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the flood, watch the flood. Watch the flood, motion, blood.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Kill. One day. Shit. Greystone, travel.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 27.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready? 230.
Mike 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Double bump.
Hey, watch out.
Check Mike 54. Hey, seam 6.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On 1st down, Edmonds. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check. Watch 54.
You gonna see me. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Check the backer.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They're on 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Switch.
Hey, kill. 47.
55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, it's just me and you.
Hey, kill.
He's coming. We got double.
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, kill. 27. Mike.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The first down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time. They couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Kill.
55, 55.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Jeff Heath, the one to bring him down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
easy.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. There the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. You gon' take. You got take. You got take. Jack 16. Coaching spell. 44.
On third down, they run with Edmonds. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. Hey, high 7. 54. They can't hang with us.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Roethlisberger will throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Like 5. Check back 54. Alert, alert. Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up. Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, Alpha. Rep. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Time to go, Knight. Hey, wahoo.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 6 man. Check curls.
Here's Edmonds. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
230.
Four down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 23-yard line.
66.
Mike 5-4.
And who draw quarters? 50.
Mike's 54. Mike.
On 2nd down, Edmonds. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 18-yard line.
Nice hit.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
50.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Gotta do better.
80 weapon.
Come on, QB, come on. No.
22, 44. Hey, Haywood.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a big seam, and he might go all the way. The 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Check 55 to Mike. Got you. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is caught by Winton, the tight end. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's checking crack.
Here we go, 47. Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go, 47.
On deck. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
We own 47. We own them.
55, Mike.
26.
On first down. It's Elliott, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Here we go, 46, 46. 55, Mike, 56.
Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. And Forbath will put this one through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Check three.
Again, they run with Edmonds, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Third and 7.
Start! 180. Whirl!
Mike 54. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Right there.
Go!
Right there. 54 Mike. I'm here all day.
Double bump.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted. said. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Here we go. All right, 55.
Alert three. Alert three.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. All right,
Check 55 to Mike. Check 50.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. All right.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check 55, Mike. Coming to you. Check three.
Here we go. 46. 26.
Again, it's Elliott. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Going to 52.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Caught by Cobb. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield.
Check.
Nicholas, got spin.
On first down, Edmonds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Kill.
Help out.
They'll run with Edmonds again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert, alert.
Check 15. Check 15.
Bravo.
Check.
First carry for James Conner. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
34-yard line.
Like 5.
50. Cut.
Alert. Hey, zoom.
Mike 50. It's been a long day for you.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger, open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
All right, now. Like 80. Hey, alert.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Get him, boy.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Mike 44. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Hey, Charlie.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Let's get the
Black is good.
Here's Roethlisberger. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Watch safety creep.
On 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming after you. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
That's trash. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Hey, exit.
54.
Let's go.
54, Mike. It's going to be a long...
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. This is caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They'll get 6 on the dump-off, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
Let's get it.
And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. He stepped right up like a pro.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it's a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
At the 25-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Shit. Hey, kill.
They go to Elliott again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
Spawn. No. Check 31. 36.
We're going to 54.
Kill.
26.
Prescott from the gun. Now he'll escape to his left. Looking deep in the direct. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 37.
Let's go one more.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
55. Hey, Watch the curl. Deuce. Check nickel. Watch twist.
Here we're going to 53. Here we're going to 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. This is caught with a catch right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott to throw it. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 50. 5. 54.
Hey, 1 set. Check, Mike.
Here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Alert.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Check. Hey, echo.
54. Crunch time, defense.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Easy. Snicker.
Here's Edmonds. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Nice, sweetheart.
Check, check.
Focus, focus. Left out. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Easy, easy. 77, 77.
54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert flare, alert flare, flare.
Black and good.
On the ground, it's Edmonds. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Alert, alert. Don't get nervous. Check 61. Matchbox lights.
Kill.
On second down, Connor looking for space. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Here we go. Slam.
Jack 16.
Again, it's Connor. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on first and goal.
22, 44.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They come out here in the I. Second and goal from the 1.
Say.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Here we go. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.